We have a really good quorum now. We'll begin. So, yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to Manifest AI's webinar. And to set the agenda, it's going to be a very casual understanding of what can be done, and we'll, share real-time tips and tricks of what you can do with AI to reduce cart abandonment, things which are already live in this world. We just need to make sure of one thing I'm going to request all of you present here today's webinar is, have an open mind, have an open mind towards AI, have an open mind towards chat gpt, and understand that this is the future, this is where the world is moving. So the earlier a brand adopts things like artificial intelligence or chat gpt in their customer journey, that's going to be beneficial for you, because how it works usually is the more you feed data, the more better it gets. It's just like wine, the older it gets, the better. So it's important to adopt these things as early as possible in your customer journey to see its worth down the line. And beauty of things that I'm going to show you today, with the cart abandonment, you're going to see results very, very quickly. Like let's say you adopt AI for cart reduction or any of the customer journey that you choose down the line. If on the X day you are adopting it, within X plus 7 days, you are going to see real time results. So that's the power of AI. No more, the tools that you adopt. If we go back 2 3 years back and see SaaS tools or tools that you have been using so far, it takes certain amount of time to get onboarded, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and then 3 months to understand if it's really adding value to your business or not. But that's not the case with AI tools. That's the beauty of it. If you decide to go live today, within a day, within 24 hours, you can go live, and within 7 days, you see the results. So, just one request, keep an open mind, and we'll talk about what can be done with AI. But before that, let me give you a quick introduction about me, why I'm speaking about AI, and what Manifest AI does. So, I'm Sonakshi, I'm founder of Manifest AI. It's a product launched 8 months back after GPT was launched. So, the infra on which Manifest is built is the LLM, large language models. And in last 8 months, we have started to work already with 2,000 plus Shopify brands. And there are close to about 80 plus Shopify plus brands that we're currently working with. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to present my screen, quickly show you few real-time examples of how they are managing their cart abandonments through AI, and they have been seeing great results with it. So just hold on for a second. And yeah, before I share my screen, just feel free to put up your questions in the Q&A or the chat box, and we'll cover it in the last 10 minutes of the session. And the dashboard that you see in front of you is Manifest AI's backend. But before we begin anything that I showcase you, let me show you what Manifest AI is. So this is a brand which started working us 8 months back when Manifest was launched. It's a Shopify Plus brand, and they are doing about 150,000 monthly sessions on their website, and close to about $1 million in revenue every month. So, and it's a beauty brand, as you can see. And the one thing that you see on bottom right is Manifest. Right before I spoke about it, you must have seen a pop-up, a nudge, which is not an ordinary nudge. It's a nudge that essentially happens depending upon what a consumer wants. Let's say right now I was on a home page and I am the first time visitor of this website. So it will show me a nudge which is on a real time generated using AI. And similarly, we'll talk about, how it eventually works. But let me show you a real time example. It's not just a nudge machine, but it's a very powerful AI engine. Let's say, for example, as a first time visitor, I'm just on home screen. I haven't even gone to product page yet. Here it tells me, do you have any moisturizing body lotions available? What are the benefits of Fair and White, So White Skin Perfector Lightening Cream? Why it has picked up these particular questions, and where is my order? Because through the past data this brand or Manifest AI has been seeing in last 8 months, it understands these are two specific areas where usually any new visitor gets interested in. So it pops up those kind of questions. So let's say I just click on, do you have any moisturizing body lotions available? Here it will give me an answer. But till the answer comes in, it's also intelligent enough to give me some AI suggested questions like where is my order, what are the benefits, etc. So it says absolutely, we have a range of moisturizing body lotions that are perfect for hydrating and providing a luminous body sheen. And it gives me certain products. Here, as a consumer, let's say I really love Fair and White Original AHA body lotion. I can tell him, I can either ask any questions to this product or I can just click on similar to, and then it will pick up the lotion size, the price, and what the lotion does, and will generate all other similar products that are into that category. So this is how the usual AI assistant works, but this is all dynamic. It is not something that a consumer would see and always see the same state of AI assistant in every page it goes. Let's say if this chat was happening over this product page here, like I get to understand, okay, it's a soap, it has certain description, etc. If I wait for some time, it's going to see, it gave me a nudge. How often should I use this soap? What are the main ingredients of the soap? Can this soap be used on all skin types? Where AI is able to generate these questions, these are not hard coded questions. These questions are generated basis the data that AI has seen in past 8 months, the live interaction that's happening with the AI assistant. So now let's say, and it also, understands which page I am at. So intelligently, it puts up those questions here. Can this soap be used on all skin types? And here AI would tell me, I didn't have to type, okay, for this soap tell me if that can be used for all skin types or not. So it makes my life a lot easier. Yes, this soap can be used for all skin types. The gentle exfoliating beads and creamy foaming action makes it suitable for all skin types. It's a popular favorite for a reason. Would you like to know more about ingredients and fragrance? So extremely intelligent, it's even asking me a follow-up question, and these are all configurable. So let me go back, jump on the topic now, and talk more about how do we reduce cart abandonment with such AI assistants. So now coming back to again reiterating, if you guys have any questions with any part of the product or the things which I'm saying, just either keep it in your mind for last 5-10 minutes or put it on the chat box and we'll take up from there. So now coming back to the dashboard. First, I'll cover a few basic things, as AI assistant. And the number one thing that you guys, because you have joined for cart abandonment reduction, here are the holy grail of it, the AI nudges, which we'll come to it shortly. But just let me show you some impact, what it is doing for this brand. So if we talk about the customer interaction, as we talked about, there are close to about 150K website sessions, out of which around 1.2% end up interacting with AI in multiple ways. Either it could be the nudge, or it could be the chat, or it could be offering a discount because AI does a lot of things. It could be a product recommendation. It could be anything and everything. So that includes around 1.2% people actually interacting with AI, out of which 131 requested for a human agent. What it essentially means is around 92% people were extremely happy about what AI was giving them. So just 8% people went ahead and said, okay, no, this is not working for me. Let me speak with a human. So this is one thing that I wanted to highlight. And AI does a lot of lead collection, and it passes all the data and segmentations of which customer wants what, etc., even though they're not purchased, to your email tools like Klaviyo, Attentive, Omnisend, etc. So now coming to conversion rates, what it essentially means is people who are not interacting with AI, the nudges and etc., then conversion rates is less than 1%. But if they're interacting, conversion rates are 1.3%. It's almost 30% hike. Now, average order values, it's $76 if they are not interacting. If they are interacting, it's $77.6. So there's a clear differentiation of what's happening with AI assistants. Similarly, AI is extremely powerful in terms of data and analytics it share. So here there is a clear view of how many people actually spoke about product details, search, feedback, or was it a generic query, store information, acknowledgements, order tracking, product customization, etc. This helps you understand, is your storefront enough? for conveying the information that it should ideally. If not, you can see those patterns here and take a considerable decision. So this is one thing that you get. Now, other thing, let me talk about, okay, we'll come to numbers later. Let me show you power of AI in terms of cart abandonment. So I'll directly go to remove from cart assistance nudge. This is what we wanted to cover in this webinar. So here what happens is, let's say I am on your storefront as a consumer. And here I added couple of products, and after adding couple of products, I thought, okay, let me proceed for checkout. And while checking out, I thought, I think, this particular product, I don't want it, maybe remove it from cart. And there is a possibility that a customer removes everything from cart and they just, abandon it and go away from your website. What AI does here is, I'll quickly show you, you can program AI in multiple ways, not necessarily one thing that you pick up, because AI is intelligent enough. You just need to tell the direction to the AI, nothing manual, nothing tedious, just directionally thing that you need to do. So for example, I was on this beauty store and papaya soap was something that I removed from cart. Here, the nudge that AI would generate would be real time, depending upon which product was removed. An example here, it would say, did you know the aloe vera and papaya enzymes in organic extract of papaya soap are great for faded skin? Reconsider adding it to your cart. So it's a trivia generated basis the information that has been put on your Shopify storefront, plus any real-time interaction that has happened between AI and the consumer in past, so that it exactly knows what works for a customer who's removing this product from cart and could add it back if I put this information. So this is one way to program AI. Not just it. Now let me tell you the other way to program AI, which is AI generated summary of product reviews. What happens here is, Manifest is smart enough to understand all the meta fields. It could be product reviews, or like if you have any other way to put reviews, it could be integrations to your apps like Yotpo or Judge Me, etc. It understands everything, and then when someone removes that particular product from cart, it says, it picks up a summary of the all the 5-star reviews that you have, and it generates a summary and says, this is one of the best products I have ever used. I would recommend this to anyone who's looking for this product. So this is how you can basically essentially program AI in multiple ways. Let me show you some other ways that you can pick up. Recommend similar products. Like if you feel that the need of our is, if someone is removing something from cart, it is a very high intent of that person not liking the product. If you believe in this thesis, then you can program AI to recommend similar products, which could again be depending upon the journey. So let's say if this customer had a journey of viewing the products and then selecting a lower cost product, AI understands that. So it will generate a nudge which is at a lower cost, the product which is at a lower cost than what was added back to cart. Or let's say if, from the customer journey, AI understand that it was not never about the cost. It was about the product selection. Then using that as an intent, it will generate another kind of nudge. You don't have to do anything manually that you might be doing so far. It's all AI programmed. And last but not the least, the offers. Here, what you can do is, anyone removing from cart, AI generates that offer and just gives it to the consumer. Okay, you removed it, but I'm offering you a 10% off, add it back. Now imagine as a consumer, if you're on a website and you are getting real-time updates, you're going to blow up. You'll always feel what a great customer experience. It feels like there is a sales agent sitting specifically for me, guiding me what needs to be done, and someone who understands me so well. So just imagine Manifest as a human, as a sales assistant sitting on your storefront and guiding people to wherever they are going. And beauty of it is, you can also collect emails. So let's say if you want to offer a discount, AI should be able to also collect emails without before offering the discount, so that you can create your segments on your email marketing tool and then retarget them always you want. So yeah, this is the cart abandonment nudges. Let me now show you There are multiple things you can do. Similarly, you can do things with abandoned checkout recovery nudge. Very similar. I'll skip this part. Similarly, for post checkout nudge. But let me show you this powerful thing, which is search result page welcome nudge and product page welcome nudge. Very, just 10 minutes back when we were talking about the product page, which I showed you, you saw these nudges, right? How it gets generated. Now we'll talk about that. So one way to program AI is conversation starters. We call it conversation starters because these are questions that usually come to a consumer's mind when they come to your PDP, depending upon the data that you have. So either you can program AI to put these questions on PDP, depending upon which page they are at, they'll pick it up. Similarly, there's another way. You can put a custom static message if you want, like if you feel you have a powerful content to share, you can put that as well. Or there is an AI generated quiz. This is a very extremely powerful way to entertain or engage consumers. What happens here is AI exactly knows where the consumer is at, what consumer did before coming at this stage on your storefront. So essentially, it will generate a real time quiz. So let's say, for example, I am on a papaya soap page. Now AI knows that I'm interested in papaya soap and I was browsing a lot of soaps which were around $20-$25. So it understands my intent that I'm here to buy a soap. Now it will start generating questions like what kind of skin do you have, or what do you usually prefer, is your skin acne prone? Those kind of questions it will generate real time and give out a product recommendation. You don't have to build any kind of quiz, you don't have to maintain any kind of quiz, you don't have to show any static quiz to every consumer that you get. Imagine the drop off that must be happening. Like if you have a skincare quiz and your consumer is here to buy, let's say, a foundation or equipment to apply makeup, why would they go through a skincare quiz, right? So there is no point demonstrating a static quiz to everyone on your website. So that is what AI does here. It generates a quiz on the go. I'll talk about that later as well. And that's how it works. Now you can also put recommendation program AI basically to recommend newest arrival. You can also program AI to recommend best selling products if you want. And if you want to program it on a custom basis, you can do that as well. Similarly, you can give them offers. One very interesting way that Manifest does is you can make them spin the wheel and then give them a discount. So not necessarily you give them a direct reward, but make them, okay, let's spin this wheel and then you get a discount. So you can program AI in multiple ways that you do. And I'm sure a lot of you must be wondering, all of this is great, all of this is fine, but how do we train AI? How does it become intelligent enough to do all of this itself? So a simple and clear answer is Manifest AI has a training module, but again, it's just a one-day task. You essentially, when you invest, or I would say install Manifest AI on your store, it gets automatically trained on your Shopify data. Then we give you a testing playground. You can literally test out questions here. You can choose which page you want to test out the AI on. You can set up languages, etc. You can set up tonality and test out the bot. You can, in fact, set up the models. It could be GPT-4 or 3.5, depending upon your preference. Once the testing is done, and if you feel that, okay, it's ready to go live, you can go live directly. There is no blocker. Like within 5 minutes, you can go live. But there are people who feel, until and unless I get that satisfaction of if every answer is correct, every nudge is placed correctly, I'm going to train it further. And while training, you figure out, okay, there are certain set of data that needs to be added. You can use this section of Manifest AI to put information. We are short on time today. We'll cover training of AI in our next session, but usually it's a very straightforward approach. You don't have to put in a lot of efforts or tasks to make it and go live. So there are different ways to put data. It could be PDFs, text. There is no structured way of putting data to AI. You want as you want, like if you have a long 1 MB PDF file which is highly unstructured, some text here, some text over there, you just upload it and that's it. AI understands everything. We'll go in depth if you're interested. We'll go in depth in our next session. But for now, I'll pause here in terms of training. And, like, because it's an e-commerce AI assistant, the most essential part is products. You can do a lot of things with products. You can hide their visibility, you can turn it on, you can understand the tags on which this product will be recommended. In terms of action, you can have different behavior for out of stock products. You can also sync meta fields that we just spoke about. And there are also things that you can do with collections, similar things like you did for product. So this is how it works. And last but not the least, before I take a pause for our Q&A, the quiz that we talked about. Here you can try out these real-time quizzes, which gets auto-generated. You don't have to do anything. But Manifest also provides you a builder. If you want to give a sticky quiz to everyone who comes by on your store, you can build that as well. By default, a quiz is already generated with AI, but if you want, you can edit it and get started. Now, last but not the least, widgets. It's not necessary to put or portray your AI assistant as a chatbot button on bottom of your screen. You can do a lot of things. One thing is you can make it part of your product page, like an embedded widget. Here, people can directly come and chat to your product page. Imagine the engagement level that's going to go up on your website. Literally, anyone who's coming on your website can chat here, get their answers, and make a purchase. That's how powerful AI is. Similarly, you can put an Ask Me Anything widget. Here, there would be a button, Ask AI about this, and anyone can get started and ask about it. Because, one thing you really need to understand as a brand owner or a marketer or a head of customer experiences, people are moving from Google to Chat GPT. People are moving from the ways they have been, operating on internet. When I say ways operating on internet, what I mean is, so far, anything that comes to your mind, you just search it on Google. You get set of links. You open those links, and that's how you get your information out. Versus with Chat GPT, their behavior is changing. They're just asking a question and getting it. That's where we think e-commerce is also moving towards. People, when coming to your storefronts, would have an expectation of AI assistants. They would have an expectation to just ask the question and get the answer. No one's gonna go to your search bar and put a keyword based query and then, getting a product there and then going to that page, etc. It's a very long journey, and within 1.5 year you're going to see that change. So it's better to adopt AI assistants as soon as possible and make your website or storefront as personalized as possible with those AI assistants. And of course, if you're doing it now, it's a first mover advantage, and you'll always be the best ones in your category of brands. So yeah, I'll take a pause here. We have already run out of time, but still we have 4 minutes. So I'll just quickly stop sharing my screen. If you want to know more about Manifest, let me share my Calendly link here with you guys. I'm happy to speak with you all. If you feel it's a right fit, or even if you want to do a pilot, because I'm so grateful that you guys have joined today in this webinar. Happy to give you a 14 days free pilot, and we can have a discussion over here. So yeah, feel free to shoot up your question. Yeah, so there is one attendee which has asked, do you have any real-time case study to increase abandoned cart? Of course, let me show you. In fact, let me present my screen again. The brand that I was showcasing that. So coming back here, if we go to analytics, here if we go to add to cart rates, if you see add to cart rate for customers who interacted is 12%, add to cart rate of customers who did not interact is 7%. What it essentially means is, through the nudges, if the product is being removed, AI is able to add them, make them added back to cart. It's a clear differentiation of the 6% that goes up. And, like, apart from this, if you go to Manifest AI's website, sorry, there is this bar that I see. Yeah. Here in resources, you can go and let me, paste the link here as well. So I'll just paste the link here on the chat screen, and you guys can always refer to these. There are multiple brands who are going through. In fact, the brand which you see on top of the screen, which is Riley Watson, their conversion rate went from 1 to 5%, which also includes the abandoned cart rate that got up. So yeah, so sharing. Anyone else has any other questions that I can? Okay, I see another question. Hi Snakshi, thanks for the session. My question: what if AI is not able to answer a particular answer and customer wants to speak to a real human? Great question. Let me answer again by sharing my screen. If AI is unable to answer, which is happening for 8% of the cases where people are willing to speak to a human, what Manifest does is, I'll quickly showcase you. It does an agent handover. So depending upon the way you have programmed AI, it could be, multiple ways you can do handover to. Either it could be on a email ID. So what would AI do over there is it would quickly ask your customer, okay, please share your email ID. And once the email ID is shared, AI generates a snippet on your, like it sends a snippet of the conversation that happened on your email address that you have put here, and your agents can pick up from there. Or you can have your support page link. You can put an email here, which we'll give to customers. AI will give to customers saying that please contact here, phone call, WhatsApp, Instagram, Messenger. And also, this is one thing that's very smart enough. Let me show you how it works. You can integrate with either help desk, where it will generate a ticket on platforms like Gorgeous, Zendesk, or you can literally integrate Shopify inbox. Let me show you how it works. So let's say I am on this other beauty brand which uses Manifest. Here they have integrated Shopify inbox. So let's say I say talk to a person. It says, okay, do the live chat, contact support, and this is how Shopify inbox opens up where their live agents are sitting. So this is the flow. It depends completely from brand to brand how you want to set it up. So yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, any other, okay. Yeah, I think these were the only two questions that I saw. Guys, you can either install Manifest AI from Shopify App Store, or happy to get on a call on this Calendly link and get you started. There's a 14 days free pilot for all of you to begin testing AI. And within 7 days, you're going to see the result. Okay, I just saw one other question. Do you see AI assistants completely replacing customer help desk or as an alternative? Um, to answer your question, I believe AI assistants, not just help desk, I feel AI assistants are going to replace the concept of storefronts. AI assistant itself will become the storefronts in future. But it will happen gradually, not today, not 6 months down the line. There will be a hybrid case where it's working in coalition with help desk and storefronts. But down the line, definitely we have this hunch that it's going to replace everything that's there. Literally, people are going to come and say, okay, I'm going out on a date night, I need a black dress. Okay, and you know my choices very well, just place an order for me, and it should be under, let's say, $150. So that's how it's going to work in future. But yeah, till then it's going to work in amalgamation of both help desk and storefronts. Yeah, how long does it take to implement? This is another question that's been asked. So 5 minutes, you just install AI. If you get me to your onboarding call, then I can do it as soon as possible. But if not, 5 to 10 minutes, that's it. You just need to ask few questions. If it's great, good to go, just go live. If you feel it's not, then test it out. Take your time, 2 3 days, around 20 30 questions, pick up from your help desk, see how AI is replying. If it's not good, just train it, put more data sources. If it's great, then go live. So yeah, that's how it works. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time. We have already run on short of time. Thank you so much. And again, feel free to book my calendar. Thank you so much, Shruti, for your. Thank you. Bye bye.